Stop everything you're doing because what just went down in love and marriage? Huntsville is something you won't believe. Can a poolside gathering really erupt into chaos that shakes an entire reality TV universe? Apparently, the answer is yes. Picture this. The sun is blazing. Glasses clink, laughter floats through the air. And yet, beneath the surface, a storm is brewing. One misplaced word, one sideways glance, and suddenly, the drama explodes like fireworks over Huntsville. Who's at the center of this whirlwind? None other than Kimmi Scott, the usually unshakable voice of reason, and Nell Fletcher, the outspoken newcomer who doesn't know how to hold back. Sparks had been flying long before this fateful day, with subtle jabs, tense side eyes, and simmering resentments that the cameras barely caught. But on this scorching afternoon, those hidden tensions became impossible to ignore. Was it jealousy, ego, or just plain ambition? And when words turned into a face-to-face confrontation, the entire cast and the fans were left gasping. This isn't just drama. This is a full-blown reality TV earthquake. Stick around because we're breaking down every shocking detail of the feud that's already making social media lose its mind. The scandal all started quietly, almost deceptively, at a seemingly innocent poolside gathering in Huntsville, Alabama. But beneath the sunlit smiles and sparkling glasses, the tension was palpable, a slow-burning fuse waiting for a spark. At the center of the storm were two figures whose personalities could not have been more different, yet whose collision was inevitable. Kimmi Scott, the composed and calculating matriarch of the group, had always been the one fans leaned on for wisdom and stability, a voice of reason in a sea of chaos. But behind her carefully curated calm, Kimmi was struggling, her recent health battles weighing heavily on her, leaving her emotionally fragile and craving authenticity in a world that thrived on performance and fabricated drama. Enter Nell Fletcher, the bold, unapologetic newcomer whose very presence was a challenge to the established order. A whirlwind of energy, confidence, and ambition. Someone who didn't just speak her mind, she demanded to be heard. Someone who thrived on disruption and seemed to delight in rattling cages and exposing fissures that had long been ignored. The friction between them had been building over weeks, subtle at first, invisible to the casual viewer, but noticeable to those paying attention. A pointed comment about loyalty here, dismissive glance there. Interactions that could have been brushed off as ordinary reality TV. Banter, but which were actually evidence of simmering resentment. Kimmi often found herself strategically repositioning herself in group shots, creating a physical and emotional distance that mirrored her discomfort, while Nell pushed forward with a brazen energy that challenged the status quo and provoked a reaction from everyone around her. It was the perfect storm of ego, ambition, and unspoken grievances. A collision course that no one in Huntsville could have ignored. The tension reached a tipping point during a prior group scene when Nell made what seemed like a casual remark about honesty and transparency. But Kimmi heard it as a deliberate attack, an attempt to undermine her credibility, to chip away at the foundation she had worked so hard to build, and from that moment on, every interaction between them carried the weight of unspoken accusations and mounting frustration. The cameras captured every subtle reaction, the forced smiles, the strained laughter, the tiny gestures that hinted at the deeper conflict, building a narrative that audiences couldn't look away from, because it was authentic, raw, and unavoidable. By the time the poolside confrontation occurred, the stage had been meticulously set for a clash that was as inevitable as it was explosive, with Kimmi's patience stretched to its limit and Nell's provocative energy at its peak. Fans who had been watching every episode could sense the storm approaching, feeling the tension in the air, knowing that one word, one misstep, would ignite a fire that no one could control. And when that moment finally came, it would be more than just drama. It would be a revelation, a window into the complex, combustible world of love and marriage Huntsville, where alliances shift, emotions run high, and the line between friendship and rivalry is razor thin. And every fan watching at home was about to witness the full eruption of a feud that had been quietly building into a monumental scandal. As the poolside tension reached its boiling point, The scandal didn't just stay contained to Kimmi and Nell. It spilled over, infecting the entire group and sending fans into a frenzy. Sources close to the scene, anonymous but supposedly trustworthy, reported that whispers of past manipulations, strategic alliances, and subtle power plays were finally surfacing, exposing a web of behind-the-scenes chaos that nobody expected. Rumor has it that Nell had been subtly positioning herself to gain maximum screen time, orchestrating moments that would provoke reactions from the cast while presenting herself as the fearless truth-teller. Meanwhile, Kimmi, who had always been the anchor, was said to be quietly cataloging every slight, every subtle dig, building a mental dossier that finally exploded at the pool. Social media erupted within minutes. Clips of the confrontation went viral. Hashtags trending, memes flooding timelines, fans picking sides with alarming speed. One insider claimed Nell thrives on drama. She sees a simmering argument and fans the flames. But Kimmi finally called her out in a way no one saw coming. The lavish lifestyle of the cast, the parties, the expensive get-togethers, the designer outfits, all of it became fuel for speculation. With fans scrutinizing every move, every glance, every comment, even local news outlets jumped in, framing it as the feud that could redefine love and marriage Huntsville for this season. Public opinion divided. Some praised Kimmi for finally standing her ground, while others applauded Nell's audacity and boldness. Every reaction amplified the tension, making the feud feel larger than life. By the time the sun set over Huntsville, what started as a minor poolside remark had exploded into a spectacle of accusations, denials, and social media warfare, proving once again that in reality TV, nothing is ever just fun in the sun. By the time the poolside showdown ended, the fallout was unavoidable. Kimmi's fiery confrontation with Nell had set the internet ablaze, and fans weren't holding back. Social media exploded with clips, reactions, and heated debates. Some called Kimmi a hero for finally standing her ground. Others defended Nell as a fearless truth-teller. The drama even reached insider blogs and local outlets, who hinted at possible legal threats, defamation claims, and even contract disputes behind the scenes. Anonymous sources suggested producers were scrambling to manage the chaos. Worried that the feud might overshadow the rest of the season, rumors of resignations, temporary filming halts, and leaked behind-the-scenes reports spread like wildfire, making it clear that this was no ordinary argument. Financial speculation even entered the mix, with fans joking about lost sponsorships and brand deals due to the tension. Cast members were reportedly choosing sides, alliances forming and dissolving in real time, leaving some feeling isolated while others felt emboldened. The scandal had consequences beyond the cameras, creating a ripple effect that would be felt throughout Huntsville's social circles and the show's fan base for weeks. What started as a poolside remark had escalated into a full-blown cultural moment, one that tested friendships, careers, and reputations. And while the cameras kept rolling, the question on everyone's lips remained: how far would this feud go, and what would be left standing when the smoke cleared? Reality TV had proven once again that the most explosive drama comes not from the scripted moments, but from the raw, unfiltered clashes of ambition, ego, and emotion. So here's the moment you can't just scroll past. Kimmi and Nell's feud isn't over. And honestly, who even knows what's next? Can you imagine being a fly on that sun-drenched Huntsville patio when the tension exploded? Social media is already on fire. Fans picking sides, memes flooding every timeline, and comment sections filled with theories, insults, and dramatic takes that only prove one thing: this isn't just reality TV. This is a cultural event. Now we want to hear from you. Who do you think is really in the right? Kimmi finally standing up for herself after months of subtle digs and manipulation? Or Nell, bold, unapologetic, and unafraid to speak her truth? Is this a story of courage or pure chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let the world know which side you're on. 'Cause trust me, everyone has an opinion, and it's about to get heated. Don't just watch from the sidelines, join the conversation. Smash that like button if you think Kimmi snapped at the right moment. Or if you think Nell was just playing the game we all know reality TV loves to play. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more breaking truths, shocking moments, and insider breakdowns you won't find anywhere else. Hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when the next explosive reveal hits. This is the Hype Spill, where we don't just cover the drama, we live it, dissect it, and deliver it straight to you with every raw detail, every hidden agenda, and every shocking twist. So, what do you think will happen next? Who will survive the fallout and who's about to be exposed? Comment, like, and subscribe because this storm is far from over, and we'll be right here to spill it all.